Hey guys, Max2015 here. How you guys doing today? Today it's special because we're finally going to make it into Legends rank in Boom Beach. And as you guys know, probably if you check into your own accounts, you'll see the Legends rank requires 1,725 victory points to get there. I am very close to it. In fact, by the time you watch this video, I'll probably already get there. But I wanted to share that part with you guys. So I have a couple of replays. I recorded them all live gameplay, which is a good thing, so you guys can see the power powder usage. However, I did skip through like all the NPCs and some of the PvP bases that I didn't feel like were worth watching. So hopefully you guys like them. Let's get right into them right now. And the first base is LHT here. This base had, I think, 7 ice statues, although fortunately for me, only one of them were boosted. The one troop building health masterpiece was boosted. None of the defensive building damages were boosted, so that really helps me. And we went in with RCCM, as you guys can see, 3-3-1-1 ratio. We took down 2 of the rocket launchers, the one in the closest to the shore and the one farthest away from us. Mainly because I wanted to attack the base from the bottom left corner, as I usually do with RCCM. And well, the path that we're going to be taking, it'll lead us right into that third last remaining rocket launcher, so I didn't want to bother with that. One mine to take down that big patch of mines in there because they're super dangerous. There's more mines right in front of us along with the flamethrowers, so to prevent too much, the death toll of the rifles, I kind of threw a pack of critters and a shock bomb right on the flamethrower there, and then our troops can start moving in nice and slow. The troops are doing actually pretty well. We'll throw some more critters as soon as I have enough gunboat energy. They get shot pretty badly. Right there goes a pack of critters. Right on the mines too, on those 3 mines next to them. Sometimes I miss throw them because I'm hoping that I can trigger maybe like 1 mine, but if I miss throw them, all of the critters will die along with the mines. But nothing you can do about that. You just have to carry on with the attack. The shock blaster is always pesky, but since I have a big number of Zukas, as you guys can see, I still have a lot of my Zukas standing. I wasn't too concerned with it. My main problem here was the shot launcher because it keeps on stopping my troops, and notice that both of the shot launchers are still standing. In fact, the one in front of the HQ will remain there for the remainder of the raid. So we finally can flare back a little bit. Not a lot of rifles left though. We only have 7 rifles left at this point, so the toll on our the casualties it's a lot higher than I had anticipated. But like I always say, once you get to this point in the raid, I mean, you can't stop. You have to just try your best, see what you can do. Plus, the upside of that is I still have a lot of my Zukas remainder, and sure, there's a couple of mortars and boom cannons, but I think with a handful of rifles, you can still survive, and along with the usage of critters and shock bombs. So right there, we're moving closer into the boom cannons. The boom cannons I'm not too concerned with because they shoot very slowly. It's the mortars that worry me because one mortar shell can just kill a big group of Zukas. That's why I kind of like when they start to separate a little bit and fan out a bit, like I always say. The problem with RCCM is that if they're clumped up in a ball together, I mean, they're just made for an easy target for all these defenses. But at this point, we already got a big amount of Zukas shooting at the HQ, and because they're spread out, the shot launcher kind of targeted the ones on the bottom left there, leaving the ones on the upper side to shoot freely at the HQ and take it down. So this attack wasn't too bad. I mean, then again, the base barely had any ice boosted, so it's what you make it. But it was still a good win, I always say. So that was the first base. The second base we're going to attack, I'm not sure how to read this name. It sounds Russian to me, so let me know how do you pronounce it. But other than that, it's just MKPAA. Single shield with a shock blaster in the middle. This base had 4 ice statues. I believe all 4 of them were boosted. They're just hiding somewhere behind the trees in there. So RZCM again, 3-3-1-1, and put them all. Take down the 2 rockets, of course, and then put them right there in the corner. I like it when they have the economy buildings in front because that's just free gunboat energy, and it also provides a great anchor for your troops to just kind of stabilize themselves there before we start flaring them and smoking them all the way behind next to the armory. Behind the machine gun, kind of. I didn't want to flare them lower because of the flamethrower. I wanted to be away from that flamethrower. And then we'll throw in some critters and a couple of strategic shocks, shock the shock blaster and the machine gun. and then just let the troops kind of explode out in there. There is still one rocket launcher standing, but I kind of just, you know, sucked up all of that damage from there. Throw critters on the HQ, mainly to distract the mortars and the shot launcher, while my troops kind of fan out. And you guys can see my troops are actually doing a really good job of, you know, opening up the base, and they're pretty much cleared the majority of it. So once the shock blaster is clear, or is taken down, I flare them all the way to the corner to a safe spot, away from the range of that rocket launcher. One medkit because I didn't have a lot of medics remaining, and I didn't want to lose too many guys to that flamethrower. But at this point, we can just take down the shield first, gather a little bit of gunboat energy, and you guys can see I still have 24 GBE, which is great. So just a couple more buildings before we flare them right there in the corner, and we just go straight on into the HQ. And because I have so many rifles left, we still have 17, well 16 now, but we still have either critters or a shock bomb. I opted for the shock bomb to stop the shot launcher and the mortar. I mean, there's still a handful of rifles, and they can easily absorb all the shots from the rocket launcher. So I felt like that was the best call to use the shock bomb instead. You guys can see some of those blue statues in the top there, kind of glowing. So yeah, 4 ice statues, all 4 of them boosted, not a big deal. Shock blasters are not that bad. The third base we're attacking is Lord Esorn. This base was a bit more challenging. 7 ice statues. What is it? 3 boosted? Oh no, only the masterpieces boosted. What am I talking about? This base only have 5 ice. Sorry for that. I take that what I said. 5 ice, masterpieces boosted. Again, RZCM 3-3-1-1 ratio. And we take down the one rocket launcher on the far left. Put the troops down in the middle. Because there's a mortar right on the shore, I can't really afford to let my troops take out a building and then move them back. I have to just pre-smoke the beach, which kind of sucks because you have to waste more gunboat energy, but there's just no other way, at least for me. You can do it your own way if you like, but this works for me. Anyways, 2 smokers at the end. And notice that we barely lost any troops at this point. So once the smokes are about to clear, we'll just throw critters and then shock the key defenses like the rocket launchers and the flamethrowers around there. And then obviously the Zookas will just start clearing everything out. More critters to distract the remaining shot launcher that was there. And I was just hoping for the Zookas to clear out the one shot launcher and the 2 rocket launchers. Once that happened, we can flare all the way back once again. Throw a couple of smokes to protect the troops. There's only 1 sniper tower right here, which it's like a minor concern, especially because, you know, when you use RZCM, you're relying on numbers rather than, you know, the sheer power of the troops. So here we can get a really good amount of gunboat energy once again. Obviously, not to get too cocky or you know, too greedy trying to get GBE. So you just get what you can and then just flare all the way back, you know, before some of those buildings in the front start hurting you again. And then in here we'll take down the shield, obviously, and we'll just come back right down for the kill in a second. So we had a pretty good amount of rifles left. I mean, anytime you have more than 10 rifles per boat, that's actually a pretty good amount. Although I didn't expect to lose so many Zookas just yet, but anyhow, nothing you can do about it. You can just have to move on with the attack. So right there, Hail Mary pass, flare straight to the HQ, critters, and a shock. I think right there on the shot launcher, flamethrower, boom cannon combo there, and then just let the troops go to town on there. I mean, because we have so many rifles, and there's the HQ was completely uncovered, it wasn't going to be a big deal to take it down. So, you know, Lord is going to win down. I mean, 1,216 victory points, pretty low in VP, but still a good attack, I think. And I love attacks when I can sneak to the back with RZCM. It's just fun. Now, Loon 069. This base had 7 ice, if I remember correctly. This was a pretty tough base. This base had 7 ice statues, 4 of them boosted, so quite a lot of ice. We went in with TRM this time, 2 boats of rifles, if you notice. So we put all the troops, all the tanks, the medics, and 1 boat of rifle down first. Dumped all of my gunboat energy on those boom cannon and shot launcher on the top there. Notice it's taking a lot of shots, and they're still not down, so I will still require a couple more artillery shells to finish them off. And in the meantime, you know, the rifles are covering the tanks in the front while they're kind of clear some of those buildings. Right there, just 1 more artillery shell to finish off the boom cannon, and we put down the second boat of rifles there. A little reflare. We got critters ready on the shot mine. and just kind of let the rifles kind of catch up there. Oh, there goes the artillery shell on that boom cannon. It took a while there. At this point, we're actually doing really well. We had only lost 2 tanks. We're actually very close to the HQ. We just had to take down that one boom cannon and the laser beam that was in front of us. And we still had a great amount of tanks, although unfortunately we lost all of our second boat of rifles very, very quickly. So, you know, that part didn't work out quite as well, but it didn't matter. At this point, I think we're going to be flaring very, very soon. So reflare. And I didn't want to start wasting my shocks just yet. Right there. Missed the cannon. I mean, that was unfortunate. And that sucker just picked up like 2 or 3 of my tanks. So, yeah, 3 or 4 actually, in fact. But anyways, once that thing went down, we finally reflare straight to the boom cannon. We had to take that boom cannon out of commission. And then, as usual, the tanks will fan out, take down all the buildings around the HQ. I was hesitating whether I should throw another shock bomb or not on that shot launcher. And then in the end, I was like, okay, I'll just do it. So just because I had enough gunboat energy. And then once they take down the shot launcher, they'll go straight for the mortar. Okay, the mortar. And at this point, it was a complete waiting game. We still have 2, 4, 6, 8 tanks and 1:45 to go. And this whole thing went down to a couple of seconds. So I think we're just gonna skip this part, and I'll bring you guys towards the end of this. All right, so just about a minute down, and that shield is still standing. Come on, tanks. Alright guys, so we're about 16 seconds left, 14 seconds left. We lost 1 tank to that rocket launcher who was relentless against us, but the HQ finally went down with 14 seconds left on the clock. Really great attack. I mean, 7 ice statues, 4 of them boosted with TRM, and this was the win that brought us into that Legends rank. Look, notice the screen freezing in there, and there is the upgrade. Right there, congratulations, we've been promoted to Legends 1. And like I've said before, there's only a handful of people with the Legends rank, so, you know, a really special attack. And then the last attack for this video will be Jack Black. Another base with 7 ice statues, masterpieces boosted. I remember when I did this particular attack, my boost was running out, my offensive boost. I was down to like a minute left, so I was just rushing. Back to RZCM 3311 ratio, so we took down the 2 rocket launchers in the front, and then put down all the troops in the corner there, and we'll just take down 1 sniper tower for an additional 3 gunboat energy before we smoke all the way to the back there. Try to minimize the usage of smokes because I didn't have too much gunboat energy left, so only 3 smokes, reversed at the end of course. And as soon as those smokes are about to clear, we're gonna throw some critters and shock the rocket launcher machine gun combo in the bottom. The shot launcher gets focused or targeting the critters, so that'll buy my troops a couple of seconds before we have to actually throw a shock on the shot launcher itself. More critters to distract all the other stuff in there. The Zookas have cleared all the economy buildings by the wall, which is great, and now they're forming a huge wall of troops coming into the HQ from the left side. More critters to distract everything I could. My main priority was to just keep the shock blaster and the shock blaster, mortar, and flamethrower combo subdued as long as I could, because, you know, those are the things that do the most damage. But we have a big wall of Zookas shooting. Well, this attack actually worked out pretty well. The troops in the front are about to take down the shock blaster, which is great, and I threw a medkit just to prolong the health of those guys. Seems like the remainder shot launcher kind of got fixated on those the rifles on the top there, leaving all the Zookas on the left side free for, you know, taking down the HQ, which was great. So at this point, no more gunboat energy for anything else, just a matter of time. But this attack actually worked out pretty well. I did fail it a few times, I'm not gonna lie, but the last one worked out well, and right in the nick of time, like I said, because I had already run out of boost. Alright guys, so these were all the attacks for today. Let me know what you guys think. I'm pretty excited to be finally in the Legends rank, and if you guys ever spawn me on your map and I have the Legends rank symbol on my name, please take a screenshot, send it to me, tweet it to me, and, you know, I greatly appreciate it. Alright guys, until then, please keep in tune in the channel. I'm Maximum15. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.